If you're traveling to Japan for the first time and you're only going to Shibuya, here's the most generic trip that basically everybody does. Let's get in there. But if you're gonna be traveling to Shibuya and you wanna vlog that for all your friends on Instagram, you basically have two choices. One, your current smartphone, or two, the one that everybody has. But today we're gonna be talking about a more affordable solution. The Insta360 Flow 2 is basically this guy using this guy. Shibuya Scramble. So the Shibuya Scramble is a scramble everybody goes to. Everyone's gonna be lining up there with their Insta360 X5s or these guys or one of these guys getting ready to run onto that thing. You run onto there really quick, you're gonna do your selfie, and you're gonna realize that, you know what, this scramble isn't actually as big as I thought it was. It's actually a lot smaller than I realized. And that's really nice because when you're gonna go for that sprint, you're gonna run onto there, it keeps it nice and stable. You can have it in vertical, you can have it in horizontal, very nice, very easy. And you're gonna be using your smartphone, so if you have an iPhone like this, you can use the 0.5 camera, you could use the regular camera. And one of the cool parts about the scramble that a lot of people don't really pay attention to is the 109 building. And the 109 building is one of those pictures from, what's that game called? The World Ends With You. And the problem with the DJI, which it is great and has great image quality, is that it doesn't have that young zoom. It only has a 2x digital zoom, and this guy can use basically as much as your phone can do. So if you have a 5x zoom iPhone or a 3x2 iPhone, or you can easily zoom in there with one hand on this thing, which is actually one of the features I like about this a lot, is this little wheel. It's very easy to zoom in on that, get a nice stable image, because you know the more you zoom to get that 109 shot, the harder it is to actually keep it stable, but this thing keeps it very, very stable. Once you cross the street, you're gonna look to the behind you and see, oh, what's that? It's Shibuya Sky. Looks really cool. If you're looking at day or night, looks really awesome. And of course, the Shibuya Sky is also an attraction itself that you can visit, but it's actually super hard to get tickets. You're probably gonna get there at 5 o'clock and be crowded with all the tourists trying to take the same photos as you. There's actually another cool spot, fun tip, by the magnet on the other side of the scramble. I think there's a little bit of fee to get up there, but there's a nice view of the scramble. Hachiko! So the Hachiko statue, yes, it's the story about the dog. And it's also the place that everyone goes to meet up so they can go to do Shibuya things. And there's also a big long line. There's a lot of people waiting to take a picture of the dog. So you can take a picture of the dog very easily with the Pocket, or you could also take it very easily with this, with that nice big screen. And one of the cool things about this thing is that you can actually track your target. So if I were to do a zoom on a building, it's very easy to track. So if you wanted to track yourself with the dog or with your 3 other friends and the one guy that doesn't want to take a picture with you, it can all be tracked no matter how much you use the gimbal. And that also applies when you're going across the scramble. You can track your own face with the other guy, and the other guy probably doing a weird dance. Meanwhile, the DJI can only track one person at a time. Center guy. So center guy is basically the central street. It's actually called Basketball Street. You're gonna walk through it, a lot of big crowds, a lot of cool things to see, a lot of neon lights, all that fun stuff. So one of the biggest things on the street is the mega donkey. So obviously you're gonna run your ass over there. So you can run around with the DJI, that's great, it works, it's fine, it's a little bit delicate, be careful with that, and it's a little bit more agile. Or you can run super fast with this thing. Both of these guys perform very, very well when you're trying to run to get to that Don Quixote and while you're swerving through crowds and stuff. So you're gonna go to the donkey, go buy your stuff, get it tax-free. And guess where the 10 yen coin is too, so if you wanna do the 10 yen coin, it's there. Also on Center Guy, there's a bar called Tatsuichi, basically a foreigner bar. If you know, you know. Then after Center Guy, you're gonna walk to the right, you're gonna notice this nice koban that kind of looks like an anime figure, and it's called Udagawacho. So this one is basically the center of Shibuya. The koban, which is the police box if you get in trouble, or the family mart, which we call streamer mart, where all the live streamers go, and it's the only place you can technically drink. And they also have a bunch of izakayas there as well, but if you've basically seen a picture of Shibuya, it's gonna be that spot. You're gonna pass by Zara, pass by the IKEA, look at things and not buy anything, because I don't know why you would buy furniture on a trip. And you're gonna head to another place called Miyashita Park. So Miyashita Park is a chill area where you can go and take a nice break. It's a mall with a food court, acai bowls, pop-up cafes, random shops where people, maybe they buy things there. But the reason it's called Miyashita Park is because it has a literal park on the top, and it's beautiful. You have a great view of Shibuya. It's like where the high school kids hang out, skateboarding and volleyball and rock climbing and just like high school girls talking about stuff while eating Starbucks. You know, that's a great place to take a break. So you can go down to the food court, you can get Panda Express, Taco Bell, McDonald's. I personally get McDonald's because it's cheap here and it doesn't cost $3,000 to get a Big Mac. And they always got some nice chicken nugget sauces. So if you wanted to be a foodie influencer. So the cool thing about the Insta is that it actually has built-in tripod. So put this on here. And the idea is that it kind of is built for the culture to not kind of get in the way. It's not really that big. Put it right in front of you and you can set up the gimbal and do your whole thing, vertical, horizontal. Maybe put it the other way, flip it around and use the 0.5 zoom to get the most wide angle you can, which is very important for food video. The DJI can also do the same thing too. But what I do notice about the DJI, when it goes into vertical mode, it does crop it in significantly, and it's a 3K. So you don't have that much real estate to actually work with. So if you wanted to actually get yourself in frame, you have to have the accessories, you have to have the wide angle. And if you wanted to set it up as a tripod, this is a separate thing. The DJI default only comes on this. Depending on how good your phone actually is the limit of how good this thing can be, right? So, and I kind of felt that they took up the same amount of real estate when I was filming with these, but it's nice if you just have an iPhone, you don't want to spend $1,000 on a specialized camera, right? And another thing about this too is that when you are traveling in Japan, it can be very, very tiring. A lot of walking, a lot of people. You gotta take those breaks, right? So these things gotta take breaks too, right? So the DJI has about 2 hours of continuous filming, and the gimbal itself has about 10 hours, which is lasts you the entire day. If you're gonna spend the whole day in Shibuya, you will never have to charge this thing again. But the cool part about the Flow 2 is that it actually acts as a backwards charger. So if I wanted to charge my, God forbid, the DJI, or even my phone, you can charge it with this. And actually what I really like about this is that it also has the ability to have the MagSafe mount for your iPhone, and of course regular phones get the little clamp, so it's very easy to kind of just deploy on there like that, and it'll automatically just kind of do its thing. But anyways, another cool point about this Insta360 is that it also has like attachments. So if you wanted to put a light on here to illuminate your face in the dark, it is also powered by the gimbal. So if I were to just power this on, you can see that there's a light, which is really cool. And of course, if you don't want to use the Insta360 app, which actually makes everything super easy. With the app, you can actually also do the settings, you can do the shutter speed, lock the white balance, all that stuff. If you don't want to do that, you can also just use the regular AI tracker. And the regular AI tracker just works with the stock camera. It could be on a Samsung, it could be on a regular iPhone, which will kind of do the same thing for you to track your body and your movements and stuff like that, which is really, really nice to have. Parco. So Parco is a chain mall thing. They got the Nintendo store. They got the Pokemon Center. They have a new Sega store apparently now. And they also have the Capcom store and also the Monster Hunter store and also a cafe and also Shonen Jump store. It is a great place to get your anime stuff. The Pokemon Center is really nice. They got some cool activities like build your own shirts. They got plushies. But the Nintendo store is really cool. They got like some cool goods, Splatoon stuff, Mario stuff, Nintendo Switches if they have them. But other than that, some honorable mentions for Shibuya Dogenzaka. So Dogenzaka has a few bars. They have the church bar there. Some very nice fancy ones if you can find them. And it's also where all the Love Hotels are. So there's a little bar called Oslo Brewery. It's one of my favorite craft beer bar. It's not very Japanese, but Shibuya is not very Japanese anyway. Bellwood SG Club is very, very nice. They got lots of clubbing. If you like clubbing, I personally hate clubbing. I'm not into the And one of my favorite ones, if I go clubbing, is C'est La Vie. It's more like a lounge area, great in the summer. And probably the last honorable mention is the Hub, the goddamn Hub. It's the Gaijin bar, British pub. Everyone goes there for Napa. You get to meet people, mingle with people. The one on Center Guy, we like to call it Zoo Hub because it's just a goddamn zoo in there. Yeah, either way, the point is, on your generic trip to Shibuya, using one of these guys is gonna be great. Obviously for today, the star is gonna be this guy because if you don't want to be spending money on that super high tariff priced DJI, a more affordable solution right now is to get the Insta360. You already have your phone. You already know how to use your phone. It's reliable and it gets the job done, right? I think if you film on iPhone, you shoot an Apple log and you have all the ND filters and everything like that, then I would recommend this. I actually find myself using my phone more or literally my FX3 or my FX30, but that's like for serious stuff. But for casual shooting, I'd use my phone. I think it really does level up your travel vlogging. Being able to film that Japan trip that you wanna show all your white friends. You can check out the Flow 2 Plus using the affiliate link down below. And that was the generic Shibuya trip. Let me know if I missed anything. Thanks so much for watching. If you wanted to watch the video on the Tokyo trip or the generic Japan trip, it's right here. And make sure you check out the Flow 2 Plus.